Yeah.
Let's get into it. We back, man. Another episode, man. Vibration check. Y'all know the vibes. It's your nigga Party Hard, aka Bobley Swagger.
It's your boy Leroy
aka Party like it's 1999. aka Party all the time.
Mess your intro up.
You know what the fuck going on. Yeah, you got it. But it's okay. I get it back next time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and introduce yourself. What you got?
It's your boy Leroy Jr. You know the vibes, man. We back at you with another episode of Vibration Check. You know the vibes.
Yeah, man. We got a very special guest.
We got a very special guest in the building today, man.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we talking about goats, man, and musicians and stuff like that, man. We got the boy Jay Lawson in the building.
Yeah, clap it up what they do on Drink Chance. Clap it up. Gotta let yourself first. That's what I heard.
Facts, man. What's good, brother? How you feeling?
Man, every day above ground is great.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I mean?
How you really doing, man?
You know, life is lifing.
Yeah.
Facts, man. You just came back from Vegas, man. What was that? What Vegas talking about?
Or Arizona. I was in Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah, Arizona. I was in Arizona yesterday doing a gig with my band, Emerald City. Shout out to Emerald City.
Where y'all's at with it? Like, what kind of gig? Like,
wedding. We did like a wedding.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of those, like pretty much throughout the year or each year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk about it, man. Let's not just go over Emerald City. Let's not go over Emerald City. What type of band is that, man? Like on a scale, on a pedestal, where do Emerald City land at? As in bands in America.
First of all, that's like that. I mean, if you start here, you know, I'm grateful to play with a lot of people, but you know, you always got to live in the now. And right now, I'm playing with a band called Emerald City. They've been touring since 1980, the year I was born, 83.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Doing corporate events and different things like that from Dallas out of Addison. You know, just work their behind off to get to
So, okay,
you know what I mean?
with a lineage like that, how did you get into it with them? How did you get
Man,
how did you end up part of the band?
right place, right time, man. I was playing with another band out here in Texas called Chinatown.
So you cold, that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, man.
You wanted them niggas, that's what you trying to say,
You know what I mean? I'm in the league a little bit. It's like that. But no, I just, right place, right time. And I really didn't know about the cover band scene like that out here.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's cover band? I'm coming from touring and playing in church, you know, with the big names. And, you know, you think cover band sometimes as a musician or somebody that's been exposed to bigger things or something like that, sometimes you would downplay a cover band, right? Because you playing other people's music.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the time and the place for everything.
Everything.
Bro, you know what I'm saying?
Seeing this though, seeing like how a cover band that I'm with right now plays September. Do you remember? They play that more than Earth, Wind & Fire themselves. Think about it. Since 1983, they've been around.
That's crazy.
Earth, Wind & Fire has been around before that, but they tour and take breaks.
Yeah.
And they big out.
You know what I'm saying?
They bring out a hell of a crowd.
Hell of a crowd. But the band Emerald City has toured that many times or worked that many times where it's like they probably played September more than Earth, Wind & Fire themselves. Because again, they take breaks on tour. This band has been around since 1983. They average about 3 or 4 gigs, 5 gigs a week. It's 365 days in a year.
That's wild.
You said he's saying they, like you ain't part of this shit.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, yeah. But before, I guess,
yeah. Before, part of that shit. Nigga, stop downplaying it like you ain't part of it.
I know. I just think I'm always gonna pay homage. I always appreciate what's before me. You know what I'm saying? I always respect what's before me. And I'm fortunate enough to be a musician and been doing this since I was 3 years old, but having a drink, like really being like determined to say I'm gonna be a professional musician.
Yeah.
Facts.
A lot of people don't look at that as like a job or like something like that. I made a dream happen. Like,
yeah.
Bro, I didn't even know it was like possible. Even growing up in the same city, I didn't even know it was possible.
Coming from Philadelphia.
Because, you know, we hoop. We be outside, but it's like to be a professional musician, that's like something you see on TV.
Up, nigga. Y'all got all types of professional shit.
No, we don't, nigga. No, we don't, nigga. No, we don't. Name them.
Huh?
Name them.
You talking about bands and shit like that?
Yeah, Philly musicians. I'm not talking about rappers.
I'm talking about it's the same shit, nigga.
No,
Y'all got the Roots,
bro.
nigga came from there. The motherfucking nigga, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Y'all got a lot of niggas that came out of Philly.
Man, I'm talking about far as a kid,
shit.
all we looked up to was AI, nigga. How you gonna tell me? we ain't look up to the Roots. I was like, how do you even do that? But the hoop, yeah, nigga, we look up to AI, we look up to Kobe, shit like that. Yeah. And basketball, man. Yeah. Man, let's talk about the beginning, like early, like what made you get started into like music and stuff?
No, let's go farther back, man. Where you talking about Philly and shit. That's where you come from. What's your family? What's your lineage?
Man, I'm from Philadelphia, born at Temple Hospital. You know what I mean? Right in North Philly. Yeah, wake up right next to Erie Avenue. EA all day. But
I've been hearing about that shit.
Yeah. That's crazy. We from the same area. I'm from the area too.
So okay, growing up, like, okay, you got like, what's your household? You got brothers and sisters?
Oh yeah, I got three older sisters. They 6 and I got a set of twins, my sisters, Aisha and Alicia. And then my sister Lydia is 6 and 5 years from me. So they was the oldest sister. I was a hermit, man. Yeah. I was always at the house, man. My sister's trying to bully me. I can't watch my wrestling.
How was your parents though? How was your parents raising y'all? Like they was they working, was they there all the time?
Yeah, you know, I think at that time I was you know, with my parents, I was probably, you know, I was doing my own thing, but
I'm saying, was they on your head though? Like, was they like laid back parents? Was they like,
oh yeah,
I got to do what y'all want type kids or what? Like,
was they strict?
Nah, my parents they're musicians.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, church folks. You know what I mean, typical. I hope y'all edit this too. You know what I mean, get that quiet please out of it. But nah, my parents, man, they was cool. You know, church folks. Thoroughly shit.
Yeah.
My parents, I thank God for my parents, for real.
So then the folk that got you into music and
Absolutely. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean, good, bad, or indifferent, you know, they put me on game, being a good person, being thorough.
Yeah. So y'all was like frequent at church. Y'all lived like out of church then.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? That's where my gift come from, is God.
So when they throw you on the drums,
yeah, you gotta get in the fire. Go ahead and just play. And see what happens. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know me as a young boy, but you know, that was something special though, man. Just, you know, being young, playing with my mom, my dad, it gave you like, you know, discipline. You know, you put in. They said if you do something for 10,000 hours, you legit, you stand. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since I was a pup.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it might not be the best, but yeah, you know who Jay Lawson is. I'm in the league. Yeah. I'm out of those 500 people that's in the NBA, so to speak. You know.
Thanks. So did you start playing like the drums at home, or do you start playing like?
Man, I just listen to music. Really, I ain't practiced at all. Growing up, believe it or not.
You played in the school in the band and shit.
Mm-mm.
So you just
like that.
You a regular child prodigy ass nigga. Okay.
I mean, you could and then if you look at my, like, to me, I ain't know if I was gonna play. I ain't know, like, I love music, but I love basketball too. The same.
So did you have did you have a set of drums in the crib?
I didn't get my first set of drums. Well, my first set of drums came from my Aunt Julie. Yeah, let's stand up. You ever on Stanton Avenue? Yeah, right in the city. That's my aunt though. Aunt Julie, she gave me my first drum set at 3 years old. Smurf drum set. I broke it in 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, this little boy, this young boy, he really liked the drums, and I just loved it. I loved it after that. My uncle gave me, you know, I'm listening to church music from, you know, 3 years old. So my mom and dad playing records in the house, you know, Clark sisters, all that kind. You go from 3 to like 9 to 10, you hearing it, you know, getting the feel for it. You still steady. I'm like, man, I'm beating on everything in the house. Mm-hmm. Man, my sister's throwing my drumsticks in the woods. So I don't want to hear the sound, I don't want to hear that. Like, but I mean, staying with it. I was like, I loved it. My uncle gave me a white cassette tape at 9, almost 10. I was like 10, 11. A Parliament Funkadelic. He said, nephew, if you want to play drums, listen to this. I tear the roof off. You going to tear the roof off, the mother sucker. Parliament Funkadelic. The most, that West Coast sound, if nobody know what that means, Parliament is that P-Funk, that funk. You know what I mean?
You know about the
You know what I mean? All that.
He said one of the greatest.
But that changed my life. I said, yo, he's like, you want to play drums? You need to sound like that. After that, it changed my life. But my brother-in-law, a couple years later after that, started listening to jazz. Mind you, I don't have no drum set around this time. I'm just taking stuff in my ear, though. Absorbing stuff. Never read music. Don't read music. I feel it. Like that's... Yeah. But taking all this stuff in as a young boy, Stevie Wonder started coming in my ear. I'm like 9, 10 years. Why am I listening to this? Listen to jazz. Yeah. You get older. It's like you make that a whole like gumbo pot and you put it together and you're playing or what you doing. And it's like, okay, you still gotta live day to day. You live in Camden in Philadelphia, like catching trains and still wondering if you're gonna make it home. And mom ain't around because she at work. You had to fend for yourself. But still listening to music. Music has always got us through. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's hip hop or anything as a culture. You know what I mean? Basketball. So, but music really stuck with me. That part of it, I'm like, yo, I'm comprehending stuff at an early age. This be like I'm talking about before social media. Facts. Where you had to learn stuff. Facts. You know what I mean? Get your VHS tape out, you know what I mean? And study it and listen to it over and over and over and over and over and over again. This, you know what I mean? I was hungry, man.
I feel like that's even crazier because that's before YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's real life, like learning on your own type shit.
Man.
So after church, when you transition out of playing in church and shit like that, Paul, I'm like, man, why I say shit like that? I'm a horrible motherfucker. When you start doing other stuff, when you start doing other stuff and starts playing in a church choir and shit like that, what was your first type of, what was your first gigs type?
After you said after church? Yeah, man. Like from like into like around like 16, 17. I'm in high school at the time, and I got cut from the team, and my coach, he was just mad 'cause I was just showing up late, doing all this that for. And he's like, "Oh, you think you're a hot shot, John? You ain't gonna play on this team." I'll never forget that. I got cut, and that changed my life from playing basketball. I was like, man, I ain't gonna do this. I'm a musician. I'm just gonna figure this out. Because I swore basketball was gonna be it. I'm a hell of an athlete. You know what I mean? Probably got a little hand, whatever. But I think that happened for a reason. When he cut me, I started working with a cover band. Ironically, full circle at 16 years old, getting like $100. On Saturdays. You in high school. That's what, you want some chips? Yeah, I mean, I'll feed all that. I'm like, 16, $100 a week, playing with a cover band. That was my first experience of being like, oh, I could do this. Playing in churches and all that kind of stuff. 15, 14 years old. Like you getting like $50 for a church service. You're like, yo.
I'm doing something.
Yeah, it's like you like
I can make this rock. This can be something on everything.
I got something going on right now.
Yo, and then I stuck with it. I was determined. I'm like, yo, I stuck with it. Graduate high school, fast forward. 9/11 happened. Got through high school. I didn't know what I was gonna do. My mom was like, Jay, what you gonna do? Might have to go to college or something. You can't depend on music. To make it. I was like, Mom, I know what I want to do. Summer go by. Like I said, 9/11 happened. I auditioned for Musiq Soulchild, and it's like 32 drummers out there. And it's left to me and my boy Spanky out of there. That's my shout out to my man Spank, one of my closest best friends, you know what I'm saying? Philly all day, 215. Anyway. If y'all know him, phenomenal drummer anyway. We, the last two standing. I don't know if you remember this story. And I'm like, man, you know, my man Spank is legit. He like, you know what I'm saying? But that gig, it was my timing. It was like,
what it come down to?
It was just me and him.
I'm just saying, like, what was the deciding factor? Like, you had more sauce than him, or what? What was it like?
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know, because, you know, like I say, I give a basketball analogy. You know what I'm saying? And not to really answer your question, Party. I ain't trying, you know what I mean, run from it. But on some LeBron, like LeBron is like, he's known to be one of the best all-around players we've seen. He's not a Kobe, he's not a Jordan, but he knows how to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
So
to me, that's how I was just thinking like, okay, my feel on the drums, like, you know, winner, like a John Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't flashy. He the number one leader in assists though.
Fact.
You know what I mean? I give people that knowledge that don't understand music like that, because I say all that to say it's a million musicians out here. I was just at the right place at the right time. I had to keep saying I was blessed, but I held my own. Like, you know, I played my part, and I was my brother-in-law. Shout out to Jamar Jones. Been looking out for me since I was 12 years old. He said, family, he my family, bro, but I mean, I want you to get the gig, but it's really up to the Musiq Soulchild. He was like, fair is fair, you know what I mean? Can't give you too much favoritism. I'm like, all right, cool. And I knew I'm back in my head, I'm down. I'm like, this is the biggest gig of my life. Like, this Musiq Soulchild.
He was huge too.
On the top, platinum record.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing like Neo Soul. He's ready. Anyway, dream gig. And I'm like, it's down to me and my band Spanky. And everybody know, Spank from Rising. When I got the gig, I said, man, this is my right time, yo. He could have easily got it. I was the first out of my peers. I felt like it was a couple of us, you know, touring and stuff like that with the Roots, and then, you know, boom, boom, boom. My man Aaron was with Jay-Z, you know, on Unplugged, you know, back in like when we was 18 years old. Like, you know, we getting exposed to the industry. But that was one of the bigger gigs in the city at the time, Musiq Soulchild. I'm like, yo, I got that drum. Yo.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Changed my life.
Y'all, we was just talking about earlier, like, y'all was like, y'all gotta, don't nobody come out of the city and all that. I'm like, y'all right there, y'all get that's Alberts. We don't got, where I'm from, ain't no nigga, Jay-Z not up the street to go get an Unplugged job.
True.
Soulchild not coming up there to get nobody from Springfield. Y'all, right, Philly, I feel like y'all got it. Y'all in the mix right there, man.
Man, music, Philly is a music
place.
city,
That's
man.
what I was thinking.
You know
like,
y'all, Patty, Teddy, you know what I mean? All them, man. Hall Notes, Sound of Philadelphia, Gambling Huff, Fresh Prince, you know what I mean? Will Smith.
So how it go when y'all got on tour though? After you got the job,
how was it?
Yeah,
man, touring. Like you're in paradise, yo. I'm 18 years old. Hey, I got a quick story. Imagine you getting a certain amount of dollars at 18 years old, right?
What's a certain amount of dollars?
Okay, back then I'm young, so the budget was like, right. Say, okay, I'm gonna use an example. You get $1,000 a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
18 years old. You got 22 cities to go to. You just leaving your mom, because you still staying with your mom. You know, you ain't got no bills to pay, really. When I get on tour, we do 22 cities, and I'm getting this certain amount of dollar a week. I bought 2 pairs of sneakers in each city I went to.
You was out there going crazy.
Stripping. My mom was like, yo, where the money at? I came home with like $500. You know what I mean? Those life lessons, man. It soak you up for me. You know what I mean? I was just, you know what I mean? I ain't know. I'm 18 years old. You know what I mean?
So I blew that jump before I even got home.
on the road. Motherfucker probably getting per diem, free food.
I'm like, I ain't even thinking about all that.
Shit. getting this little bread.
That lifestyle,
living.
man. Yeah,
I feel like I'm with Soulchild, nigga. That's my nigga.
Bobby.
Nigga, yeah, what? Nigga, drummer, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? You going through them, like literally like going through them experiences. You think like you in your head thinking to yourself like, yo, I'm good. Like you said, like, oh.
But you don't think it's gonna be, you gotta get to the next.
Exactly.
You just living in the moment.
Living. So
how that turned out on you when you just realized that this shit got to end. This tour ain't forever. Like, I gotta do something else.
Man, how much time you got? Because I got a whole story to tell about that. Like, sometimes that's still with me to this day. Man, and just being transparent, that's like, ultimately like, yo, I'm a musician. And I've been touring since I'm 40 years old right now. I've been touring or working like this professionally for the last 20-something years, 21, 22 years like this. Man, until you make up your mind and be like, okay, you know, you don't have a choice but to like make the best decision because your ego can get to you. You know what I'm saying? You living in and out of hotels. You think it's gonna never run out. You know what I'm saying? You got family, you got such and such. Setting yourself up to just be like fortunate to like, yo, like, let me turn this thing around, like knowing I can have money anytime, you know what I'm saying? Like being blessed. I feel like it could get snatched away from me. As much as I got it, like, you know, you take stuff for granted. You know what I mean? A lot. You take stuff for granted, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, everything gonna be like this. Yo, you in and out of a hotel. You know what I'm saying? You traveling. Nah, life gonna show you some stuff. You know, in between that. Like all the artists, like any artist, you can talk to anybody that's creative.
But did you continue to just keep shit moving like after the tour and shit like that? Did you get right back into another situation?
Kept shit. Always been fortunate. I've been blessed to like work with like a lot of artists that y'all know, you know? And for me, I've been blessed, you know, either there's a church gig or like a tour or something like that. You know, been fortunate. It's crazy.
So after Musiq Soulchild, was that like after the 22 cities, what was next after that? Like, did you jump right back on tour or did you?
Yeah, like I would come home, like, you know, we talking about 2001. From 2001 to 2000 and...
Bro, I was 11 years old. You talking about on tour.
In 2001, I was freshman in high school.
What?
This motherfucker traveling the world.
Probably.
Yeah, man. 2001, that was like before social media and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And
it was probably only Facebook. Facebook came out in what, 03?
It was MySpace.
Man, we ain't even had...
I ain't get on Facebook till like 07.
I don't think MySpace was even out in 01.
MySpace was probably 03.
No, later than that.
Yeah.
Like 09, 10 or something like that. Like
I want to say
07,
05, 6.
I remember that.
01 was like, what was 01?
When we had Black Planet and all that goof ass shit in school.
I remember Nextel. Two-way pager.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that. He said, got Motorola two-way page me. That's what Jay-Z said. And
but all this shit, it wasn't on the phone. I'm talking about on the computer.
On the computer. That was LimeWire, right?
You could get on MySpace and shit.
Yeah, like a page. Yeah, two-way. Yeah, that's
little social
page.
sites.
You know
it wasn't like social sites now. It was just like you could talk to a bitch. Like they had Black Planet and shit like that where you go in there and talk to a...
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make your top friends.
Facts.
All that goof ass shit.
MySpace, I had to check my shit when I got off from school.
We old,
I got home, let me check my messages. Shit like that. Check my friend requests. That's wild.
But that time, I mean, and think about it like this, like going back to that with the social media thing, like being a musician at that time, like you look at any social media thing, if I showed you a young drummer or somebody that's doing music, it's so easy. No, I'm not gonna say easy because the kids are gifted, but the way they can take stuff in with social media, like with the the videos and all that. You got 12-year-old phenoms right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy that you see all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
You can see everything visual now.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it was probably a lot of them back then, but they didn't have no
way of seeing it.
No outlet. Like, it's the internet now. Everybody can just be like, look, I'm doing this, watch this. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Now, back then, you just had to
be in the know. Word, you know what I mean? Word of mouth.
No.
Yeah.
I still think it's not the same though. Because even though you see those 12-year-old phenoms, it feels like it's close to you. But this motherfucker really in Canada somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
right.
it's not in your city.
Saying.
Like a lot of the stuff we be seeing on social media, it's like even if we watch other TV shows or other podcasts, like man, they in New York.
And believe it or not, it's easier for motherfuckers to be smarter now. Motherfuckers just stupid. They so smart, they stupid. Because we didn't have all this technology and shit. Like we can go see anything we need to see to know. We can find it in seconds. When we were shorties, nigga, we had to go get an encyclopedia or something to go look some shit up and go find the facts on the shit. Google and that shit wasn't there. Google was some new shit.
Right.
It was a library.
You know what I'm saying? You had to go to the library, go to the stores, all the goof ass shit, try to figure this shit out. Man, that shit, it's a whole different day. Even to write a paper, you had to go do some real research. Now you could just get on the internet, nigga.
That's what made you appreciate. I feel like that's what made you appreciate stuff back in the day, because it was like it's not an easy fix like now. Like I could just Google. It'd be like, how do I get?
That's why I don't respect no stupid motherfucker, man. Like it's too easy to just do shit to be smart. Like you don't even gotta be smart. Just look it up real quick and you know it.
Facts.
Right. Yeah. I wonder about that, but how that ties into music for me. It's like Lee said, like growing up in Philly in that area, and that's music, basketball, all that kind of stuff was embedded in you. So you seeing it all the time. Anytime you're in the inner city, you know, and I love Texas, you know what I mean? It's wide open. And it goes back to what you said earlier. Like, even back in the day, they used to have plaid shirts on, goofy, like FUBU, cowboy, boots and stuff. Everybody see how we dress now. It's so easy to see something on social media or something.
You was just saying that too.
Yeah. You remember?
Everybody the same now.
That's right.
Back, like when before the internet.
Yeah, you had to go see it.
Internet, you got, nigga, before you can go look at it, other motherfucker swag and sauce, you had to just have what your town had or have what your city had. Or unless you just was special, gifted with this shit.
Different.
But certain shit was everywhere, but certain shit, like, nigga, you had to have a little something. Now it's just like, you can just get on the internet, let's see what my favorite rapper wearing, nigga. That's the new cool shit. So we all wearing this shit. That's the new cool talk. We all talk like this now.
Yeah.
It used to be different. You go to a different city and you hear how they talk or they little language and shit like this. You be like, damn, these motherfuckers sound funny.
Right.
But that's just how they, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Might have a different accent, different lingo.
Like, cause it's like you know how it's like you always got to be taught something. Like, and they take it and they be they themselves. You can't force your kids to be like, I'm learning that. Like, well, you can't be doing that because I didn't. Nah, your kid not.
But you got I'm not a parent, but I got some parental advice though. It makes sound. No, but what motherfuckers got to realize is your kids is already like you when they born. You made the motherfuckers.
Yeah,
man.
straight up, they got the DNA.
You not gonna see it because you being super critical of them because you their parents, but. I don't even know my dad, and the motherfucker that see me that know my dad be like, nigga.
Yeah, just like
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But shit, that's just how that shit is.
That's
like,
true.
If motherfuckers can understand that.
We still recording?
Yeah.
Yo, what up, y'all? We all the way live from the 215. Sorry, God.
Nah, but my kids, my daughter, she going crazy with the internet. She be looking up all type of shit, bro. Like, remember when we had the snowstorm? Like, me and my girl, we didn't know how to start a fireplace. We just thought you just light the fire and just toss that joint in there. She's like, no, Dad, you do it like this. I'm like, man, what? Like, how you know that? She's like, I learned it on YouTube. Like,
see?
You know what I'm saying? She like, no, you gotta get the Kindle, and then you gotta light it like this, and then you where this at? And I'm like, yo, what you mean? Like, how you even know this? She's like, I be on YouTube. Like, not all kids is on YouTube and on social media looking up like goofy ass shit.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like some kids is looking up like, yo, how do I draw?
Yeah.
How do I do this? Like she done learn how to draw, all that shit on there.
You imagine if we had YouTube in high school? I'd be at Harvard University right now.
Crazy right now, bro. It'd be crazy because we was already like that beginning era of the internet. So if we had like a bunch of, I think like YouTube was out in high school, but it wasn't as much educational stuff on there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like YouTube was out. All right, we had Meek Mill, battle rap, stuff like that. But now it's like, it's a bunch of education. You can learn anything.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You go on YouTube. My daughter is taking fully advantage of what that is now. She know everything.
That's the pros and cons of it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, taking that angle, like, yo, I'm gonna learn something from. I'm gonna learn something from YouTube. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like I said, I might have did a few courses at the college or something like that.
Facts.
You know, used to like, I mean, but other than that, it's like.
So after the Musiq Soulchild, what was like going on after that? Like, far as in, like, who did you get on tour with next? Like, because I remember you telling me it's a difference between having like a job and being on tour.
Right.
Like tour, you like it's more lucrative,
spotty, yeah.
But it's spotty. Like you gotta kind of get in where you fit in. What happened after that?
So like, you know, once you establish yourself as a like working musician, I guess, you know, like touring with somebody, you know that it's gonna have an end date. It's gonna be like you may go out for 3 or 4 weeks, and you come home, and then, you know, the tour manager will say, well, we got 2 spot dates. Spot date might be like where you just play on Friday and Saturday in Columbia or Phoenix, whatever. You know what I mean?
Said Columbia.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
He said Columbia.
Yeah, randomly like.
We about to go around the corner. We gotta go play in Columbia.
You know what I mean? But it's like that. It's like you have to, like, you know, keep your schedule open. You know, with any tour, you know, sometimes the shows might get canceled. You know, you gotta like chalk it up what it is. You know,
you still have to like audition, or you get a manager.
Kinda,
like,
man, that's crazy. You know, it's crazy that you asked me that audition. That's the only audition I had in my life. Well, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. Kanye, that audition.
Talk about that. How you get on tour with Kanye?
How I get on tour with Kanye. So my boy Spanky again was playing with him, and I'm playing with. At the time, I'm doing this gig in New York City every week, playing with like Danny D. Kane. I don't know if y'all remember them.
For sure.
And like Maya doing like a weekly thing in New York called Spotlight Live. And I'm playing with all artists: Tank, Maya, like I said, Danny D. Kane. This is 07. It's so many artists, but anyway, playing with like some heavy hitters. And by that time, I'm like playing with Jaguar Wright and everything like that, you know, on and off from 2005 to 2005 to about 2007, 8. Anyway, making like let me see, like a decision to like, I want to get myself out there, like, yo, like, I'm pretty good. I want that big gig though. But making a decision to be like, yo, just keep doing what you're doing. Now, I mean, all your homies now playing with Pharrell's, like the bigger names, you know what I'm saying? That's your dream gig as a musician. Like, you want the big name, you know what I'm saying? Pharrell and Puff and da-da-da-da. For me, I was just like, man, my time won't come. But making that decision again, like to just be patient, man, I was like, yo, it's time. Sure enough, my boy Spanky was playing with him, and he had to go do some other stuff or, you know, whatever happened. And my boy Adam Blackstone, shout out A Black, my nigga, one of the best to do it. He called me and said, "Yo, try to audition for Kanye." You know what I mean? I was like, "Yo, all right, yeah." And I'm tired. We talking about 07, 08. Kanye at the height of his,
Facts.
You know what I mean, career at this time. You know, he rock star. Came in, learned the music. Now Kanye had 2 drummers, my man Charles Haynes and myself, and we had this big old elaborate setup. Taiko drums, drum set, bongos, tom, all this kind of crazy stuff. Kanye was like, and I'm like, I'm hearing the recording, but I'm like, yo, what do I play? Am I playing drums on here? But I just learned everything. I'm just learning all the percussion parts, you know, all the drum parts and da-da-da-da-da. And I got to the audition in Cali. Man, don't you know my flight got delayed? I'm like, yo, I was late tomorrow. I was like, yo, they about to fire me. I'm shook, yo. I'm like, yo, man, are you serious, yo? This could be like this it, right? They're like, yo, this is my break. Like, yo. So I get there. Thank God, I was probably like 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late. You don't do that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't show up to an audition. You ain't even got the gig. It could have been like, nah, we can't use you. Thank God. When I got there, my memory served me correct.
Everybody was late.
Right? Yeah, what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, I got a little relief. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, Ye ain't show up to, couple. But that pressure, it was just
that's
like
enough to make you be like, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, yo, all right, I'm here for a reason. So we get the plan. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And he walked in, like we playing, you know what I mean? He walked in. But I was chilling, I'm just vibing. Playing my little part. And you know, Ye started doing his little dance. He started looking, I was like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really trying to pay attention. I ain't acting like I'm hype. I'm just chilling, like, man, he was like, yeah, he all right, he solid, he cool. That's how like, yeah, I got the gig, or like, yeah, he cool. He just walked out.
He said,
like, cool. Yeah, he cool. Like, he just walked out, and I'm just waiting for Adam to hit me back the next day. I was nervous. I was like, "Dang, all right, cool. Got the gig. He said, you got the gig. Changed my life, bro.
It's up after that,
man. Even before that, but it's like, all right. I know what I'm doing.
So did life change for you after, like, you on tour with Kanye? That's rock star shit, bro. It's next level. You know what I'm saying? So
that's our. I was playing with I felt things rolling at that time. So we talking about 2008, 2009, 10. I'm playing with Cudi, Marsha Ambrosia.
That's crazy, bro. I'm in Grat's hallway.
You know what I mean?
This motherfucker on tour. I was in Grat's hallway, like just walking through school and shit like that. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, this motherfucker out here getting it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Out here getting it.
For real.
And it's like just being like just being cool. Like that's what, you know what I mean? I think, like I said, I was at the right time, the right place. Like even when you came, you know what I mean, to Dallas, you know what I mean? You seen Marsha, it's like everyday people. Like,
yo, everyday people, bro. They the coolest people in the world. Like, yo, you want some liquor?
Yeah, you want some?
Go ahead, grab some liquor. Go ahead, y'all.
That's how
I didn't know who we was in there. Yeah. I'm just out here like, bro, for real, what's crazy is like, that was my first concert ever.
I'm gonna be told you that. It's crazy.
That was like my first concert ever. I didn't even know what to expect. I'm just yeah, I be working all the time. I go. We backstage, kicking it, taking pictures, drinking, cooling. Yeah. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, and at that time, all you hear, like before that concert, at the time, all you hear about celebrities is like, oh, they stuck up and they got these type of attitudes. And I'm like, man, they not even like that for real. Like they regular people, they cool as hell, bro. They treat you like fam and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being like, yo, who you got with you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I
can't stand. I mean, and then I don't never forget where I come from too. Like, you know what I mean? that's the bigger part. I don't like. I've been blessed to be with artists, even Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of the biggest artists I played with in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? But being all, I understand artists going to be artists. They might got an ego.
Mm-hmm.
But don't forget where you come from. These people that, help you sell records.
Mm-hmm.
Your everyday fans, you know what I'm saying? Never forgot where I come from.
Facts.
Kanye
was cool. Kanye was
thoroughly, man, Kanye helped me with my child support. They confiscated my passport because I was on child support at the time.
Oh, tell the story. Tell the story. I know the story, but tell the story.
Yeah,
how that happened.
So we about to do like a 3-month tour, and I ran out of pages on my passport, so I gotta get pages added to my passport. You know what I mean?
Big dog.
Huh?
Big dog.
Whatever. I had to get pages added to my passport, and I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Just go down to the, passport place, get my pages added. Man, they was like, Mr. Lawson, can you come here for a minute? We're gonna have to confiscate your passport because it seems like you owe such and such amount of dollars in child support. I was like, huh? But man, I leave in like week, 2 weeks.
Right.
Well, there's nothing you can do unless you could pay the certain amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way, I ain't had the money at the time. And I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do? Just like, I'm about to be out for 3 months. It's probably the longest I've ever been on tour. I'm about to make buku money. I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually talked to the business manager, Sean G. I said, yo, Sean, is there any way? Like, he's like, nah, I'm gonna have to ask Kanye personally if he can advance you the money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he could have got anybody. After that.
Facts.
Like, boy, what? He owe child support? He gotta get pages at it. We'll just find somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That got that. Nah, he paid for it. Kanye personally, that's what Sean G told me.
Sean is the nigga that did the documentary?
Nah, Sean G was his I think it was his business manager. Well, he was with Rock Nation and all them, you know what I mean? But Sean G is a business agent that books, he's a manager, sorry, that he had Jill and Kanye and a couple other artists, but that's who I had to personally contact.
Mm-hmm.
For to get the money. He said, but I'm gonna have to ask Kanye personally. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I'm not thinking I'm about to have no gig. I'm like, yo, he gonna find somebody else. Sure enough, he paid it. I get on the tour. I see, Kanye like to play basketball. I'm gonna tell you, I got an embarrassing Kanye story. If you hear this, I'm about to blast you right there one day. So I get the tour, and we on tour. Kanye always loved to play basketball. And he used to play like full court 21. Or rough as we call it in Philly.
Right, rough.
Like full court 21. Like, so that means you shoot the ball, whoever get the rebound got it. Run.
Go to the other side.
Other side of the court.
That's wild.
It's out of control.
Because he getting his shape, you know what I mean? Yeah. Cardio together for each show. He by himself. On this big behind stage. He used to go on the dark tour. Anyway, he used to play ball, so he always he would ask the band who play ball, like anybody. So I get in the band, I play ball. I'm from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I got little bunnies. I can still jump. You know what I mean? I get done. He knew that I play ball. He said, call the dude with the dreads. Tell him to come down and play ball with me. I see him on the court. It's me, Adam, and a lot of other people that come. It was just Kanye, maybe his security, Ivan, Don C, they all there. My man Adam, we all playing anyway. I come up to Ye like, yo, hey, yo, holla at you from it, yo. I was like, yo, I appreciate you for looking out for my passport, my child support joint. He was like, what? I was like, nah, Sean told me. Sean told me you helped me, you know what I mean, with my password, John. It's like, oh yeah, man, don't worry about it. Let's play ball, man.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, like, that was like pennies to him. But that meant something. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't really get deep into it. I was like, oh yeah, you up he around the way, boy. He third. That changed my I was like, oh, okay. Like, you can't, that's why another thing too, you can't believe what you see in
the media.
The media.
Paying somebody child support so they can get that's crazy.
He looked out. He ain't had to do that.
Yeah, he did. He needed the motherfucking goat with him on the drum. You better hurry up and pay that shit.
That was that, but that, like, moments like that, it was just like, and then I think, you know what I'm saying, him playing ball. Yeah, I hope you remember this. He called me Motown Philly. I had my sweater on, looking like I was on Boys and Men. You know what I mean, coming on the tour, but we got the ball, we got the court in the arenas. Mm-hmm. So we playing rough. And my man, I was hoping this was gonna be on a documentary too, but it wasn't. He talking to, like, he just got finished chopping on me because my sweater. He's like, "Come on, Motown Philly, what you gonna do?" I was like, "Man, get out of here!" Everybody laughing. I was like, "Yeah, all right, yeah." He under the basket. The ball come off a rebound. My man L, if you watching this, you get to attest to this. Frank, Black. I get the ball, come on the rebound. Kanye talking to somebody. And at that time, I could jump. I can still got hops.
You know, Kanye.
The ball came, we playing. And he come this way like this, said, that hard stuff. But he turned around. He turned around while I was like going right when and he tried to jump. I was like, yo.
Got it.
You know what I mean? I was like, yo, you take that. I was like, yo, you got that. You know what I mean? That's like stuff like that. I was like, I dunked on Kanye. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I always think about that. But like going back to that, sports, basketball, music, it's like a lifestyle. Like it's like a lifestyle for me. Like all that.
Facts. You know, every time I call you like, man, I'm over here with it. I'm out the country right now. I'll talk to you later when I get back. Out of pocket, man. That's a crazy lifestyle though, man.
Yeah. It's like you don't ever want, like, you know, you know, Lee, like growing up in the city, any inner city, like I never wanted to feel like Bean said, he said, don't get it twisted. I ain't bitching. I'm just cautious now. Mm-hmm. That's a powerful line. Right. You growing up in the city, you don't want to be no chains and acting like you Hollywood and, oh yeah, I did this.
Right.
I play. Oh yeah, man, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
I don't even
that.
like people to be like, that shit bothers me.
Yeah, I'm saying.
People be bragging.
Not even just shut up. Just
shut up. Yeah,
shit.
Just regular. Come on.
Just talk like, I know what you're doing, nigga. You famous, nigga. Shut up.
Yeah, like that. I've always find that corner, man. That's why I say, like, it's not a celebrity right now. Besides, only person that I would probably get, not like that, because I've seen it all. Like, I'm telling you. And I say that in the most humble way too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was just fortunate enough to do it all, inaugural ball, MTV, Music Awards, VH1 Storytellers, VH1, the Grammys. I've done it all. Seeing these stars, I'm like, yo, that's what's up. Oh, you right? Oh, you just got more money.
I am too.
You just got more money
I used
than
to
me.
be like that, man. Motherfucker opening up for more cap. Look, because my man's, he owned the club at the crib that brought all the acts through that bitch. So we opening up for everything. They come through that bitch. So I'm like, motherfucker, like, why y'all don't be on? Y'all should be just holler at them, tell them something. I'm like, for what? They don't want to hear that shit, man. They came here to do the little show and get their little bread and get out of here. They don't give a fuck about these niggas coming through here and perform.
I don't think everybody. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I'm not finna run up on these niggas, fam, and be like, oh yeah, fan. I'll be like, oh, some
bitch.
Come on, man.
Let me get a feature, fam.
They hear that shit every day. I'm not finna be the next nigga to be like, come on, fam. Listen to my shit. We finna go on stage. They hear it. If they like it, they gonna say, they appreciate it then.
Right.
We come in that bitch. We come in the back door. 2 chains in the back. Mm-hmm. We open for 2 Chainz. We come in that bitch. We ain't shit. We just some niggas. Me and my nigga Young. We just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he looking at us like, what's up, fam? I'm like, what's up? Because we in the same room. Ain't nobody supposed to be back here. We supposed to be. Gotta be something, nigga. We ain't shit. But we ain't something. So we like, we ain't dick ride. We just go. We go on right before him, do our shit. He come out while we doing our shit. We come off stage, he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, whatever. That's the type of acknowledgement we should have. We shouldn't have to run up and try to force a motherfucker to fuck with you and be like,
yeah, man,
you can see real shit. Like he seen this backstage. I don't know what his idea was. Don't care, but he said, what's up? You want to know bitch nigga shit? We got on stage. He synced the shit because he was next.
Right.
We got off, he was like, yeah, y'all niggas.
Right.
And then we got, that's enough for me just to even.
Fact.
Some people will try to run up, check the CD out, you know. Set yourself up a failure, fam.
Right. I ain't gonna lie though, that hindered me growing up though, too. Like, because of how I came up. Like not wanting to be like to Joe.
Yeah.
Or like, yo, man, would you hear this, Joe? Such. It's the way you do it.
It's a way about doing shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I had to take me, like, but it backfired on me because am I younger? Like, you know, like I said, and it's not too late for now, but when I was younger, I was very confident. But I didn't want to come off like, you know what I mean, overzealous or like trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, press it, yo. You know, I got them beats, you know what I'm saying?
But it's big, but that's, you know it can be work. It's best in both worlds because coming off like that, like how we talking is like, it come off as like, you already think you ain't shit, nigga. Like, it making you seem like you just already think you something, nigga. You ain't nothing neat, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can come down to earth and be like, have a fan moment where you be like, what's up, fam? Listen to my shit. But in my mind, I'm like, nigga, we the same, nigga. Yeah. I think motherfuckers respect that more than you dick riding and running up trying to be a fan and out. They don't want to hear that shit. They hear that shit all day, every day.
Facts. Like you come up like you want something from me.
Yeah. I'm just going, nigga, we here, nigga. Shit. However you want to. We just part of this shit.
You eat like I eat. You shit like I shit.
I don't know disrespectful shit, but what's up, fam?
Right,
how you doing? We out here? Shit. Want to drink? We up next. We finna go on.
I love to meet a celebrity right now. It's just like, all right. I had lights put on me too. I've been paid. I toured. I might not be the artist, but I work with the artist. So
I'll be the way I am. I'll be like, nigga.
Yeah. And
I'm that nigga, fam. Fuck, nigga.
Who the fuck is this nigga in my dressing room? It's like,
not like that, but like, not like that, but like if we was in the same studio together and we start doing shit, I feel like I'm better than you niggas. Like,
gotta have that competitive drive. That's true.
I feel like niggas gonna be like, that's my time for them to jump on my dick is when we in this bitch making music and shit. Like, I can't tell you nothing. Like, you just gotta believe it. No, it don't work like that.
Part you know what remind me of? I ain't mean to cut you off.
Who that?
I know you saw the Wu documentary.
Yeah, I see the Wu documentary.
You know what I'm saying? You seen that, Lee?
No, I ain't see it.
To me, Wu-Tang, I'm glad they put that out. Because they everyday people exemplified, bro.
Yeah.
RZA is like the epitome of everyday person. Ghostface. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Cats are listening to Motown, you know what I'm saying? You know, we ride and chilling. They got everyday stuff, but they from the city.
But that's how motherfuckers get who like them because that's what they exude that shit because I'm being some shit that you can relate to. Right. That's how I became the nigga that everybody loved. Not me. I'm talking about rapper nigga. Right. If I'm Raekwon or Ghostface, I became their favorite rapper because they like how I am as a person.
Facts.
I'm talking that shit too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, I love this nigga, fam.
Right. That's it. That's for me. Like that's like. Sometimes I can come off passive, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when I'm playing, I let my work do the talking. You know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't no like rash. I don't sound like it now. Just on a podcast. Because we gotta talk. It's a podcast.
Yeah, of course.
But if we get in the studio, motherfucker be like, "Let me hear some shit," and I'm just gonna play it, and they gonna be like a nigga, watch this. Yeah, come on, wow, crazy.
Right.
I'm just gonna play it. If a motherfucker like it, they like it. It's most 10 times, 9 out of 10, they gonna like it. They gonna be like, yeah, you got something. Like, they might not be for them all the time.
Yeah,
but it ain't no bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
You know
right. There you go. Yeah.
Yo, that's your problem, man.
Right.
You gotta be like, man, listen to this shit. Watch this shit I play. Because it's the Jones effect. Sometimes motherfuckers may not
talk a motherfucker in there.
Yeah, you gotta talk a motherfucker into this shit. Like shit got grown. Some people
be looking for the real response.
I was watch this shit, bro. You ain't never heard this shit before.
I like that. I like that though. Y'all helping me because I've always been a listener, but like if you gotta understand, people got opinions. Everybody ain't gonna like your shit.
That's why I be looking for the real response. Because you can hype some shit up to a nigga that ain't even into the type of shit you play.
That's very true.
I want to play it, and the motherfucker be like,
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like that better than the motherfucker telling the motherfucker they gotta like it.
Yeah.
And then they lie. Like,
yeah,
you right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they can tell a motherfucker, yeah, this is that. And you done hype it up so much that they gotta believe you. They gotta be like, yeah, okay, yeah. Y'all want to kill your dreams,
I'm gonna
but
talk a motherfucker into this shit.
Right.
If you don't like it, you about to like it.
For real. That's crazy. That's crazy though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you get past that, you know what I'm saying, not caring about what people think though. Like, that's again, great example. Kanye. No matter what. This man's a human being talking. He can talk left, right, up and down. One thing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, Kanye's great. Oh, he's such and such. I'm not just saying that because I work with the man, but he's really exemplifying like freedom of speech. Like, you know what I'm saying? And of course, everybody wants to see drama, but like you said,
freedom of thought and just whatever I want to tell you is right, bitch. Because I said it.
I said it.
I got some of the same ideology because I ain't finna fuck a book. Fuck all that shit. I ain't gotta look up nothing. Nigga, the people that made all the shit you write, looking up, they came from somewhere. It ain't come out of the book just ain't come out of nowhere. A motherfucker thought it and put it on the paper. So I'm allowed to think what I want to think and tell you this shit and you believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta read your book, none of that shit, do none of that shit. I can just come up with my own shit.
You think that's confident? That's a form of confidence. You gotta be confident though.
But that's a form of that's how this shit go. Socrates, all them niggas, they thought of this shit, philosophy. They thought of that shit and said it. This how I think this shit supposed to be or how it is. And y'all give this my idea. Take it, nigga.
And what you gonna do about it?
Yo, that's crazy.
So it said now I gotta stop. After they did it, I can't do it. I can't come up with my ideas and tell you this is what I think and that's what I think. This is how this shit go.
That's true.
You gotta just believe me because I told you it.
That's the word. You gotta have conviction.
Fuck a book. I got enough. Nigga, we blessed with this shit, fam. Not fuck a book like that. It's cool to read and take some other ideas and think that shit come from somewhere. I'll have a conversation with you. You done told me some shit I thought was prolific and I expound on this shit.
Right.
That's life and building. That's building. We ain't gotta fuck a book. It's better just for us to have these conversations and shit like this and then come up with some shit. Niggas think, oh, nigga, you think you all that. You think you know everything. Yes, I do think I know everything. What I'm supposed to not... I'm supposed
to say, I don't know shit.
I don't know, fam. Nigga, that's what I think, nigga. Yeah, well, what's such a... You ask me a question, I'm gonna be like, shit, I don't know. And then the conversation goes nowhere. Right. You ask me a question, I'd be like, shit, this what I think, nigga. That's what I think. Right. Shit, that's all I can give you.
Facts.
But my man told me when I dealt with some alcohol issues, you know what I'm saying? I'm transparent. But I went to a rehab one time. This dude at the rehab told me, he said, two things. And the other one is funny, but it's like you can like you say it's like it's two types of business. That's one thing he said. It's my business and none of your business. He said it's my business, none of your business. That messed me up, man, for life because, you know, for me, you know, piggybacking off of what you just said, like I don't really like, I ain't know what loving myself meant for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part of that, kind of like going back to like what you said earlier, like, you know what I'm saying? You believe in what you say, like, you know what I'm saying? Always running from something, I felt like. Or trying to be like I stand my ground, but just being like open and like, you know what I'm saying?
But it's hard to be like this around with people when everybody else is the opposite way. Cause you tell a motherfucker some shit and they be like,
judgmental.
So I just keep this real shit to myself. Fuck it, I'll take this shit with me and go do whatever I gotta do with it. Cause niggas ain't everybody not gonna be on the same
wavelength. Yeah.
It's just dead.
You gotta accept it. And then it's hard. It's like, you know, not to say everything gotta come through an altercation or anything like that, but you know, when I guess for me, my personal experience, you don't want to be too tough. You don't want to be too tough, because your life is dependent on it. You know what I'm saying? It's mean streets of Philadelphia. So, yeah, you know. But anywhere. And it's like, you don't know. And for me, not to be passive, like, again, I'm going to say it again. Don't get it twisted. I ain't bitching. I'm just cautious now.
Level spelled backwards is level. You don't want, like you just said, bro, I don't want to be too tough, but
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Go both ways. Nigga, if I'm too soft, I'm dead. If I go too tough, I'm dead.
Exactly. So your mind stays, it's a balance. But ultimately though, just being confident in who you are though. You still got, you know what I'm saying? Like that's for me. Like now, like I said, man, now, you know, life is like trial and error for me at this point. You know, you trying to figure out.
Some people just not gonna say it. Life is trial and error for everybody. Nobody lived twice before.
Nobody got the shit figured
out.
Only
motherfucker. Right. This nigga got one dash. From the day they born, the dash in between that, and the day you dead.
For real.
That's it. Everybody got the same shit in right there. One dash. Nobody done this shit before.
So you gotta live, man. That's why I actually gotta live, man. Like I'm tripping. I'm like, yo, life is really, really getting busy right now. Stuff I ain't never seen before. But I'm like, yo, I get to travel for a living. I get to play drums for a living, yo. I get to meet great people for, like, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do. Like, I'm fortunate. I'm blessed. I'm kind of, you know, it's not the everyday experience. You know what I mean? You can't take stuff for granted. Been through like a lot of 2-finger taps, like reminders, like, damn. And, you know, when you gonna figure this out, like, you know, you're growing up now, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think nobody got it figured out.
Yeah. Ain't nobody never.
But you get tested though. I think
you get tested, but even like when you see people with money and then they didn't overdose on drugs or they committed suicide,
they don't
it's
want
like,
us to figure this shit out.
I don't think nobody got it figured out. I think you can figure it out, but at the end of the day, it's like,
but when you figure it out, they gonna say you crazy.
Yeah, for real. Right. They gonna say
that's what's going on, because it's a
program.
I just made this shit up right now in my mind. I don't know, but what you just said, they got it how they want it to be, nigga. Like,
it's programming,
nigga. And once you figure out how you can, I cracked the Da Vinci Code. I cracked the code. I know how it's supposed to be for real. Where it ain't gonna benefit nobody else but me. Now it's a problem. If I can figure out how to make this shit work for me, they gonna want in on it.
It's powerful, man.
So it's like, that's nigga, powerful. If they can't get a part of it, that ain't how I go. Nigga, that ain't it. Nigga, go back to what I told you, nigga. Figure this shit.
Right. That's great. I'm telling you, man, that's great. Like, a lot of people don't got that, man. A lot of people don't, like, I don't think they have a balance. They don't have, like, some people are just anal. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why, again, I'm gonna use Kanye again, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I work with him. He's very anal about his work, so he can come off like a dickhead.
What's anal? What's the situation?
Okay, like anal is and narcissistic. So it's like, I'm gonna give you an example. You know, God bless his mother's soul. But after his mom died, and this is before I was there, right before I was there, but my man told me about, he was just grieving, but he had everybody in a 19-hour rehearsal. Close to 19 hours, almost a day.
That's wild.
Fixing the lights he had a big spaceship for the Glow in the Dark tour. And he had the lights up, you know, one space, and he kept telling the sound guy, hey man, that light should be green, or yo, turn that light. He was doing that all, but that was his form of grief to from what I hear. You know what I'm saying? Because mom was like, you put yourself into a creative space, or you try to, you know what I mean? But that's to me when.
But what
that was a part of that.
Is
you know
like,
what I mean?
Niggas is really autistic as fuck. Like the nigga he give me autistic vibes. Like not like I ain't saying autistic niggas is like autistic people is more
gifted.
They're
gifted. Yeah, very.
I zone in on something.
Yeah,
and I gotta
go attack that.
Like
a form of I know what you mean.
I got a cousin that's autistic, but he ain't like no slobber nigga.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But anything he say he finna do, he just become the coldest at it. Like the nigga say I'm finna paint cars, nigga, and the nigga painting cars, nigga, he do the shit. Or he get that shit up, I'm finna rap. Gee, I wanna rap.
And they determined about it. You know what I'm saying?
He's so determined and motherfucking anal about the shit that he become cold as fuck at all the shit he say I'm finna do. That's why I be like, damn, am I autistic? I'm pretty fucking good at shit. We're like, damn, I be getting cold at shit.
I get what you're saying. My son is like that though.
But he get zoned in on
when they
something.
zoning something, they can't even focus on something else.
I can't do shit, but I'm going to go into the wormhole of this. I got to figure out how to do this shit.
And be perfect.
And it got to be
just a little
cold.
bit off, it bothered the shit out of me.
And that shit be crazy. And I'm like, damn, am I autistic? I'll take it, but I don't know.
It's something called
on that though, like
it's something called Asperger's. You ever heard of that?
I heard of, but I don't know what it is.
That's the form of autism that it is. It's called Asperger's. Like we looked it up because we looked it up for our son. Like, why don't he focus in on something? Like if he playing with his cars, it has to be a certain way. The cars have to sit a certain way. This has to be over here. The track has to be like this. Yeah. It has to zoom down like that. If not, it's all the shit. It's called Asperger's. Look it up. It's Asperger's. It's like a form of autism, but it's a form of concentration. Yeah. It's crazy. Nobody talks about it though, but if you were to go to like the doctor and ask for a diagnosis, that's what they would tell you.
You think labels kind of like define that thing, or because it could be just somebody that's really focused, like, you know, people that have OCD.
It's just symptoms. It's just symptoms.
I think they made up names for all this shit. Like, I don't think nothing wrong with nobody. Right. You can physically see if something wrong with a motherfucker. Right. He just wasn't developed all the way right. Not on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they used to call me weird in high school. Hey, John, you weird.
Weird. I didn't say a word to nobody in school, fam. That I went to school with, they'd be like, they couldn't believe who I am right now by cheating.
Well, you said you ain't say nothing to nobody?
Man, listen, man.
I was like that until I started
outcast. I ain't know if I would. I just was. That's how I am. I don't talk like that.
Right.
I get a little Jesus juice in me and shit like that. Whatever. I can talk about whatever. That's the kind of really what brought me out that shit. Just drinking and just being more outgoing and just kicking in with people and shit like that brought me out of that shit. Mm-hmm. But in school, especially like grade school and shit like that, motherfucker, I ain't want to do with nobody. Fuck y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. And then high school, it kind of got a little better, but I ain't talk to people like that. But I was cool enough to be cool and shit like that. But, you know what I'm saying? But I still...
I know a lot of homies like that. They be chilling. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't fuck with everybody.
Might get me in and out of something, but hey, I'm going to stay this way. Right here in my lane.
Shit, man, I feel you. But what you was talking about with the labels and shit, I think it's just symptoms. I don't think anybody's the same.
Right.
Not one person. Right. But it's like, all right, if you got these 4 symptoms, we going to throw you up under here.
How they try to have breaking news or something, like we got a breakthrough and they try to make everybody be something like what they call it, the woke trend or the other trend, the mental health trend or whatever.
Right.
And they try to make everything that. Like some people just not good people, some people just bad people, some people just not.
You've been saying that's just where we started. Like some people just bad people. I ain't putting them under nothing.
Was raised wrong. Some people was raised wrong.
With them. They just a bad person.
Just not a good people. Like then there's some people that just got mental health issues and shit like that might have went through bad shit. Not being bad people, they just went through bad shit and they got mental health problems. Some people is just, they are the mental health problem.
They just evil.
Got motherfuckers going crazy.
That motherfucker just hitting people. But that motherfucker just evil.
Was raised wrong.
I know a couple
there's a lot of people that was raised wrong and it's not it's okay. You was raised wrong. You ain't nothing you can do about it because that's how you was raised. But
that's what I want to appreciate too. Like, shout out to John and Barbara Lawson, my dad, my mom. I don't care what y'all went through. Me and my sisters are thorough people, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all thorough. I can tell, you know what I'm saying? No matter what my parents, they might have went through some stuff.
But they ain't putting that shit to you. They let me make sure.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate those qualities they put into me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being a good person. It's hard to, you know what I'm saying? Be cordial to your, you know what I mean, your neighbor or such and such, you know, like little small things, you know what I'm saying? That kept me grounded, you know what I'm saying? Foundation, knowing how to be, you know, a smart thinker. Nobody talk about that.
Ain't nobody talk about when you were shorty and shit like that and your parents be like, nah, I don't want you around now.
Yeah.
I don't want you to. You just a kid, they kids too, but you don't know what they say.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be around that bullshit. That is for a reason. I seen it, but because they not get people. I ain't gonna tell you that as a mother, but they people. I know they people.
Right.
I know y'all both kids, but I don't want you around them. Now you looking at your mom like, damn, this my friend.
What's up? Why
you hating? I know they people. I know what they got going on. I know what you a product of your environment. You live in that household. It's going. You got some of that coming.
Right.
Give or take, they might not. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's the chance you got to take being a parent. Like, nah, you can't hang with them, son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My mom told me that when I was like 14.
My mom told me that too.
Yeah, she was like, man, you can't be hanging with the olds. I was like, man, mine, he like 4 years older than me. Like, nah, I just don't know. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, like, he cool. You see him every day. Like, you know, live off the street. Like, yeah. But I mean, you know, I guess growing up in that culture, you gotta be cautious. You know, you never know.
I think it's a vibe too. You could tell when a motherfucker mischievous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They bring a kid around your kids and your parents, you be like, man, that motherfucker no good. He might steal something. I can see it. He just, the way he moves is just different.
I'm telling you now, my daughter about to go to college. Ooh, jeez. I remember being a kid. I remember being a young man.
You scared.
But it goes back to how you raise them.
Facts. That's why I tell you that before. It was like, man, but teach them how to live, man.
The shit we scared of is like, nigga, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do is inevitable. Yeah, right. Okay, you're gonna want to drink one day, and then you're gonna be horny
all that
one day.
Shit's gonna happen.
I just hope you make the right time.
It's gonna happen.
It's inevitable. Dad, you just got somebody.
Now you just gotta make sure. That's why as parents and shit like that, you just gotta make sure you do what you're supposed to do as a parent, and just
there you go.
That's all you can do.
Leave the rest of the guy. Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do is be like, here, take this skill set. I gave you this skill set to go out here and do what you're supposed to do with it. Now make the best you can do with it.
You know what I mean? That's all you can do.
Then after that, that's it. Shit.
Even our black boys, man, my son, like, man, my young boy, 23 now, yo.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I had my son when I was, technically I was 16, but 3 days later, he was born on the 9th. I'm born on my birthday. His birthday is March 9th. My birthday is March 12th. So I was 16 when I had him 3 days later. Anyway, I'm like, yo, I was a kid having a kid, man. I'm like, yo. I'm like, again, I remember when I had a kid, I was a young man. Now he 23.
Yeah.
You around that age.
I'm like, thank God I ain't no grandpa yet. But he could have had a seed.
He's finna be a grandpa pretty soon.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's tripping me out. I'm like, yo.
You in grandpa range like this. Like, grandpa.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, now I'm like, yeah. So I just be like, you know, and I always go back to like, damn, I remember being 23. Like yesterday.
I remember when I was 23, I was,
listen, sticking and moving.
I had
trying to make shit happen.
No, I was married.
You was married at 23?
I got married at 24.
I was basically married.
Yeah.
He's talking like, yeah.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
ended up having a kid. But I was partying too hard, man.
I was living life.
I was partying too hard, bro. At school, I ain't never experienced nothing like. I ain't never. No, I went to my first school. I went to Lackawanna.
That's right.
It's a JUCO, and I went out there and I was hooping. So when you hoop, everybody know you.
You living life.
Yeah, we drinking beer, we smoking at the dorms, we hooping, we late for class, but we cool because
we hoop, nigga.
We hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to be the reason why this player don't play. That's why you gonna feel me. We still did our work, but it was like, man, that was a wild time, bro. I ain't even get it until now how I was living.
I always wanted to have that. Now I have it, but I guess be torn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was my college experience, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I can see it being similar.
Because I'm not. I'll be honest with you. Y'all was
you having the time of your fucking life.
Exactly. In school, like you growing up.
And you
like,
moving around.
In school, y'all party and y'all went to class.
Mm-hmm.
But you young enough where you could do that every day. You know, let me do that.
Yeah. And for athletes, it was kind of different because we kind of toured too. We played games in different states.
Travel. Yeah, right.
We going over to Vegas to play this game, to play this person. We going to Maryland to play this person. Now we in Florida. So it's kind of like we touring too, but we wasn't on some music shit, but at the same time,
same type of time. Yeah.
Like it's a packed crowd.
Right.
We coming into town, we trying to, show out.
Man,
so what's your next move? What you got planned for the future and shit like that?
Man.
As the music?
To be my future, man, is to be like back to being me. And that's like, I think everything else will come. What I mean by that is like going back to when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling somebody that after I got out of the plane. I was so hungry. When I was a kid, I'd take my drums on the train. I'd do 10 gigs if I had to. Just never forget where I come from. And then the rest will come. My future plan is my right now plan is to just be hungry and put some music out. Because I feel like that's, it all wraps this conversation up in one thing. If you believe, if it sounds cliche, but if you really, you know what I'm saying you the shit, step up to the plate. Stop talking about it.
Stop talking that shit. Just do it. That's what I do. Shit.
Like Nike.
He said, "Look, I'm ready to work."
That shit be hitting home.
My first record is gonna be called. What name of the album is gonna be called? Tired of Talking. I thought I was gonna call it homage, like paying homage to something or something. I was like, nah. I think I've been getting battle tested all this time to put out something at 40. I still look like I'm 28. I believe it.
For sure.
But I say I ain't, successful.
Ain't no age.
I ain't thinking about money.
Shit,
I ain't thinking about money. I ain't thinking about none of that. I think all that's gonna come. But I'm glad I'm getting to tape this because a year from now, maybe, or whoever, or 6, I don't know when. But it's tired of talking. Everything else gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Being confident though.
We just gotta do great shit. All the great motherfuckers, niggas think that it's an age on this shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Nigga, Quincy Jones, 80-something years old.
Listen, talk to him.
Nigga, motherfucking, a lot of motherfuckers ain't get they start till they was, nigga. We could just be one of them niggas, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
one of them niggas. On your Mount Rushmore for musicians, who you got to close it out like that?
Dang. When you say musician, it's like an actual player, like, because a musician, it can be anyway. Or can I say, like, on Mount Rushmore as music influences?
Yeah.
Music influences. Jay Dilla, James Brown, George Clinton, and that fourth one, man. That fourth one is tough. Because Mount Rushmore, you only get 4. They etched in stone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't take one off. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That 4th one though, but them 3 right there, that's like, who I say? James Brown,
Jay Dilla.
Jake Dilla. That's it.
No, you said James.
James Brown, George Clinton.
George Clinton.
I'm gonna put Mike up there.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. That's 4. That's 4, right? Yeah. Mike.
There you have it. The Mount Rushmore from Mr. Lawson.
You know
Ended it like that.
All day, man. Hey, special shout out to everybody that's living good. Good morning, good night. We in the place to be. Yeah.
Free Larry.